YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're back with yet another NFL / Washington football team recap. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. And let's get straight into today's video. So I believe that today is actually day 7 of training camp, and we have some news to get to. Today has been, or the last couple days have been, a lot of working and a lot of practicing and not a lot of media coverage as far as big news, but we do have a lot to get to, somewhat a lot. So the first thing on my list, and everything is coming straight from JP Finley, so the first thing on my list is we have notable Team 1 practicing today. So what I mean by Team 1 is the people that were practicing with the first string, and those were Cornelius Lucas, tight end Jeremy Sprinkle, tight end Logan Thomas, tight end Marcus Ball. Keith Ismail was at left guard today. Troy Ackley continues to go out there with the ones. Ryan Anderson, Sean Dion Hamilton, John Bostic, and Kevin Pierre-Louis. So 3 names on that list that absolutely jumps out to me off rip is Kevin Pierre-Louis, also Troy Ackley, and somewhat I would say Logan Thomas. I believe that Logan Thomas is kind of running away with this tight end job, in my opinion. I feel as though that you can circle Jerron Christian in at left tackle, and you can circle Logan Thomas in at tight end as the two, positions that's already secure. We have 2 weeks of training camp left, and jobs are about to start becoming filled. I feel as though that the coaches already have their mind made up, but they just haven't, released it to the public, obviously. But we have some notable names like Keith Ismail. That's kind of surprising. He's at left guard practicing with the first team today. That's the first time I heard that. So that shows you that they're actually trying to give everyone an opportunity to, start. And we knew that coming out of San Diego State, Keith Ismail, he played all over the line, but he majority played center last year. But he was able to be a swing guard, swing tackle too. So he was a versatile offensive lineman. So that's why it was a good pick. And today we got to see him for the first time at left guard. Also that we were talking about is Sean Dion Hamilton, who I believe is going to be the starting middle linebacker. You can prove me. You can say maybe Thomas Davis or probably John Bostic, but then maybe they can also play the Will or the Sam. I would say they're all our linebackers. This is what you got to understand. All our linebackers are capable of playing every backer position, but I feel as though that Sean Dion Hamilton is going to be our starting middle linebacker. You can prove me wrong and probably say Thomas Davis or John Bostic. I feel as though that the 3 are going to be Sean Dion, Thomas Davis, and maybe, I don't know, Cole Holcomb or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know, but I just know that for sure that I believe that Sean Dion and Thomas Davis are the 2 backers that will be starting the opening day. But the last person that I wanted to talk about was Troy Ackley. Troy Ackley, man, I think that you can circle him in as starter free safety now, man, because I haven't heard too much out of Sean Davis, of course, and Troy Ackley has been balling, man. I swear he's been balling. Today, he took Terry McLaurin's top off. You know what I'm saying? He literally came across the middle and he smacked Terry McLaurin, knocked his helmet off. And a lot of people say you gotta chill with the hits, which is kind of, understandable. But man, you love to see hard-nosed football, man. And I'm glad that Troy Ackley is playing, playing how the way he is, and I hope and I feel as though that he's really earned that starting free safety spot, and he's been praised by Ron Rivera this whole training camp. So although a lot of people want him to chill on the hits on Terry, which I'm with that, chill on Terry, man. He's our best threat. He's all we got that we know that's proven. So chill with the hits on Terry, but at the same time, keep going out there and doing your thing, Troy Ackley. So I believe that Troy Ackley, and also I think I said Jerron Christian and Logan Thomas are the 3 positions that I believe that you can secure as a starting spot, in my opinion. A lot of people can have big different opinions, but I feel as though those are the only 3 that are really, I would say, marked up and marked in that starting job. So another note from JP Finley, it says, I look up and see Marcus Ball with the ball and hitting the meanest spin. Coach Ron Rivera said he was their most athletic tight end. So yeah, yesterday in Ron Rivera's press conference, he did say Marcus Ball was our most athletic tight end, and to no surprise, he's showing it. He did a nasty spin move per JP Finley today, so I'm not really surprised at him doing stuff like that. And the reason why I'm not surprised, because like I said, Ron Rivera said yesterday he's our most athletic tight end, and he said the most strong tight end that we have is probably Jeremy Sprinkle, and I would say the probably most complete tight end we would probably say is Logan Thomas. Maybe that's per Ron Rivera, obviously. Some people may beg to differ, but yeah, man. So I'm not surprised. He's 6'5" and he straight out of Ohio State, so he has somewhat of a connection with Terry, Chase Young, and Dwayne Haskins. So finally, we have some news about my boy Hale Hentges, man. I was really wondering what happened to Hale Hentges, because we thought last year he really had 2 solid games to end the season. One that's being the Cowboys and one being the Giants, where he caught a touchdown pass. We were like, where is Hale Hentges? I really haven't heard too much out of Hale Hentges, and today he finally broke his silence. So per JP Finley, Hale Hentges was getting some time at fullback. Bryce Love with the carry explodes up the middle for 10 yards, 10-yard plus game. The next rep, he does a nice job of picking up the blitz for Kyle Allen. So maybe we're converting Hale Hentges to a fullback, or maybe he's going to be that, that kind of athletic fullback that the 49ers have and Kyle Juszczyk. Fullbacks are really rare nowadays, and only certain offenses have them. So I would not be surprised if we are one of the very few offenses that have one fullback. And I think that the Ravens still have Ricard too. So I think they're probably the only 2 or very few teams that have a fullback, and I believe that we possibly could be adding to this list with one Hale Hentges. So Hale Hentges being able to open up lanes, being able to pick up the blitz for the quarterback, and we know how good of a pass catcher he is since we had a film on him last year. So I was kind of getting worried about my boy Hale Hentges. I was like, is he going to get cut? Like, I still don't know if he's going to make the team, but I was really rooting for Hale Hentges coming into this year, because I really thought that he had a legitimate chance to make this roster at tight end, maybe even start. But now we clearly see that that's not going to happen. But I'm just glad to see that my boy Hale Hentges has finally, broken his silence, and finally let's get him mentioned in training camp. Now to Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, man, has been having a phenomenal training camp for the past 3 days. Let's read more on Dwayne. Dwayne Haskins went 3 for 3 in a 9v9, had scores from Dontre Inman and Terry McLaurin. Throw to Inman was impressive. Tight window, Sean Deion Hamilton had a good coverage tackle, Inman who fell backwards into the end zone. And also another tweet, this isn't from JP Finley, this is from another guy. They said that Dwayne Haskins started off the day 13 for 13, and then he finally had 1 incompletion. I think it was to Marcus Ball. I believe, I could be mistaken, but I think it was to Marcus Ball. But to see that Dwayne is finally feeling comfortable, and you see how dangerous he is, the NFL better watch out, bro. I'm really being honest. 13 for 13 and only 1 incompletion to start off the day. You see what happened when you give him a good tight end. You see what happened when you give him training camp with the ones. You see what happened when you have a coaching staff that believe in Dwayne Haskins. So the league better be watching out. And I'm starting to feel more comfortable about my pick saying that Dwayne Haskins was going to win MVP this year. I'm still a little shaky on it, but I got faith in my quarterback. That's the reason why I said it, since I've been saying it for the longest. I said, hey, Dwayne Haskins won the MVP this year. And if you call me crazy now, but check back with me in 9 months when he's bringing home that MVP. So I have faith in my quarterback, and he's finally starting to show it. I'm just happy we finally have coaches that believe in Dwayne Haskins, man. And it's really exciting to see, because now they're starting to see how talented this guy is, man. So we're going to talk about Daron Payne. Daron Payne is having his way with the second team. Basically tossed Wes Martin aside twice to get to Alex Smith for 4 consecutive sacks. Chase Young, who was also getting time with the twos during 9v9, he was doing good too. And this is all per JP Finley. So a lot of people are going to say, well, that's the second team. That's not the first team, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, man, this whole offensive line, the starting offensive line is a second team. Nobody on that offensive line is that good outside of Brandon Sheriff, and I would say Morgan Moses. Just give Morgan Moses his respect, because he's a veteran, man, and he's a warrior. He plays in every game, even when hurt. So outside of Morgan Moses and Brandon Sheriff, no one is really that good. So, and I would say my boy Chase Roulier. How could I forget about my boy Roulier? But outside of those guys, that left side of the line is literally second team. So whoever's going to start is going to be second team. So you really can't use that as an excuse. That should really be good that we're having a guy in Daron Payne who's really a run stuffer, can get to the quarterback at times, but that's not really his strong suit. His strong suit is stopping the run, and his counterpart Jonathan Allen is good at stopping the run too, but we know he loves to get that quarterback, and so does Daron Payne. But we know since we drafted Daron Payne, he's been the best run stuffer on this team. So it's kind of good to see that he's tossing Wes Martin aside to get to the quarterback, but it's also not good because Wes Martin, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully Wes Martin can get his stuff together, because we really thought he was going to be that starter at left guard, but now it seems like he has competition from one Keith Ismail. So Wes Martin, get your stuff together, man. I really have faith in you, and to see that you're getting tossed aside by Daron Payne isn't that good. But then again, you're going up against a top D-line potentially, and then you're also going up against a first rounder, and then on top of that, it is, I mean, I guess you would say you're still learning, you know what I'm saying? So I guess I would give you a pass, man, but hey, Wes Martin, you're gonna have to get that weight up, boy. So let's talk about Kyle Allen, because Kyle Allen has been having an up and down training camp, not the best and not the worst. So let's read about Kyle Allen. So Kyle Allen steps in for Dwayne. He has to wait a while and get through his progressions before locating Marcus Ball open just over the goal line for hitting the route, or for hitting him for the score. Allen finished the 9v9 by hitting Trey Quinn on the move as he sprints in for a touchdown. Now, things on Kyle Allen. I've been reading that he's been having a shaky, training camp. Not the best, not the worst. And he did have a press conference where he did talk about Dwayne Haskins, and he kind of praised Dwayne Haskins, where he was talking and saying that Dwayne is picking up the offense quite well, and he's really, really showing signs of him, being able to handle this offense. And Kyle Allen said it himself. He said that I don't even know the offense 100% yet. So it's really great to see that offense is really going to be good, because we have Alex Smith. And even if you're not playing, Alex Smith is going to be there to help both of them guys. So just to see that Kyle Allen doesn't know the full offense, it just shows you how young both of these guys really are. And I'm talking as far as Kyle Allen and Dwayne Haskins. Let's talk about my boy Montez Sweat. It says blocking Montez Sweat seems to be such a challenge. He almost blew up a run to Antonio Gibson the way he was in the backfield. Gibson just passed him turning up the field and finding some daylight. Let's talk about my boy Ryan Anderson. He's been having a good day. Ryan Anderson, with a great job reading a fake, stays with it and almost makes the play in the backfield with Kyle Allen. The last thing I want to talk about is these receivers, and the last note that we have from these receivers. These receivers are picking up steam. Yesterday, we know what Terry did. And today, Cam Sims followed up in Terry's footsteps yesterday. Cam Sims just had an absolute climb the ladder in the back of the end zone kind of play. Kyle Allen threw it a high over Carmen Curl, and he tapped his second toe in for the touchdown. Offense got real hype after that. So once again, the offense is getting hyped. As you see, our wide receivers are starting to pick up steam. So who knows? Maybe day one will be Terry, Cam Sims, and Steven Sims, but we don't know yet, and it's getting exciting that the competition is finally starting to reel up. So that was all for the notes today. It was really somewhat of a decent kind of video as far as the length wise. It was a lot to get to, but then again, it wasn't. It was all hype plays. Now, like I said about Kyle Allen, man, he's really having an up and down training camp so far. Hopefully he can get it together just so he can have competition, man. Although I do want Dwayne Haskins to start, and I know he will start, I love to see some competition. So hopefully he can get it together. But today he had a rough kind of day, and also a good kind of day. He threw a touchdown to Cam Sims, which was a little high, and it was just a great grab by one Cam Sims. And today he also got picked off by Carmen Curl, but that happens because I believe today that Dwayne Haskins got picked off too. I think it was by John Bostic. I could be mistaken, and of course I was mistaken. He got picked off by Landon Collins. F in the chat, boys, my fault. But it said that Dwayne Haskins was a little late on the read and he got picked off. So it happens. They are still learning. So don't think too much of it. But other than that, it was a good day of practice. Yet another good day of practice. This is the 4th day in a row that I say they've had a good practice. 3 or 4 days in a row where they had a good practice. So, and as always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, Hale to the Washington football team. And as always, if you want to know stuff about the NFL and our Washington football team daily as far as training camp coverage goes, this is the spot for you. So like, comment, subscribe, Hale to the Washington football team. I'm out. Peace.
I got a bad bitch, she said we gon' spoil you. I love them sticks, nigga, when I'm 40. She love my dick, all the way horny. Ain't getting back door, you already informed. Can't fuck with these nigga be corny. I'ma just a little step, and there was no Jordans.